welcome to Omnitrix Radio. It's the show where we bend 10.
That's what
the
we
show. It's me, Riely, your favorite boy, your main friend, here with Demetria Hartwell Gloom, folks.
Yo, it's Demetria. Back in the Beatria with the Cetria.
Oh my fucking god.
No, it's me. It's I'm changing my name to Pyrogloom.
Stop with this pyro
I'm
shit.
Pyro.
It's
I'm literally
so stupid.
She is literally me.
This pyro shit is so dumb.
I am literally Pyro from Team Fortress 2. Fuck you, Riely.
You're not.
She's literally me. She is literally me. I'm literally her. Hey, notice how I'm like really emphasizing the fact that I believe Pyro is a girl, even though her gender is left intentionally ambiguous by the developers. Isn't it funny? Isn't Demigloom
really
just so
funny.
comedically pretentious?
That's hilarious.
That's
bro.
that's what makes me funny, guys, is that I'm right and I don't, I don't listen to other people. I just insist upon my own righteousness. Okay, we have
Right.
comments.
We have comments. We have comments with an S, folks.
Before we read the usual Ellie comment, we're gonna read the very first non-Ellie comment.
No, fuck you. I'm reading all the comments. Don't try to take my moment.
I'm reading all the comments.
Okay, so D-Man, and in parentheses, formerly Roman Bellic, good reference, solid. I wonder what happened to Skylar during the Better Call Saul ending and Walt Jr. Can't wait for the next film. Thank you for commenting this on our Ben 10 podcast, D-Man. It's appreciated. What do you think happened to Skylar and Walter Jr., Demigloom?
Listen, the only thing I know about fucking D-Man is that he joined my server and posted like some George Floyd memes, and then I immediately banned him. And that's it. That's our entire like history. And apparently he still watches my content. So I guess shout out to D-Man.
You should hashtag free D-Man.
No, because he broke the rules.
Free him.
You know the rules, and so do I.
We got the poll is should Demigloom free D-Man? Should Demigloom hashtag free D-Man?
I don't tolerate like that sort of thing in my server. I don't want my server needs to be a safe, respectable community.
You know about second chances, Demigloom. Come on.
Okay, he will be eligible for parole in 1 year.
That's way too long of a fucking sentence for George Floyd memes.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care. I don't fuck with that. So, moving forward.
Hold on a minute.
Are we gonna have the fucking debate?
Yeah. What's so bad about that?
Listen, I'm the type of person who believes you should be able to joke about anything. And literally, there's no subject matter that is inappropriate. Okay?
Yes.
To joke about. Literally, like anything that happens, like humor is bound to touch all subjects, right? However, it is the narrative behind the joke and the perspective of the joke is what actually matters. And the joke of these George Floyd memes there was no actual comedy there. It was literally just to like belittle George Floyd and the impact that his death had. And I find that to be, just inappropriate. And I don't want that in my server. I don't give a shit if you post that elsewhere, but I don't want that in my server. My server is a very positive community full of great people. And fuck your stupid, like pointlessly edgy memes. They're not funny.
Fuck your fucking like pussy shit Discord. You fucking deleted me for saying wigga in there.
Yeah, no, I don't like listen, like I'm not against like all the jokes that I ban. It's just that I have a certain like terms of service for my server.
That's stupid.
I'm Riely. Dude, freedom of speech everywhere at all times. There's no such thing as an inappropriate time to say something. All context for everything should be appropriate. I want to yell fire in a crowded theater. Shut the fuck up.
What the fuck? What does yelling fire at a crowded theater have to do with having a fucking shitty pussy ass Discord
There
server where you
there
can't even
are
say wigga?
because there are appropriate contexts and inappropriate contexts for super dark and edgy off the rails humor. And my Discord server personally is a positive community for content creators and consumers alike to discuss things without being necessarily exposed to offensive content or upsetting material.
Stupid.
I mean,
You're
it is what it
stupid.
is. I mean, like Riely, like you know me. Like I make jokes that are way worse than that on a daily
Then why run
basis.
a Discord server where you can't say shit? That's stupid.
Because there's a time and a place for every you won't understand. You don't have an audience. Riely doesn't get it. Riely doesn't have like
Fucking pussy ass audience. Fucking trigger warning culture ass fucking the snowflakes.
I'm not telling people what they can and can't do. I'm just telling people that I want a designated space with safety nets and limitations. That's it. Go do that shit elsewhere, just like I do. I have edgy shit that I don't post on my fucking server. And there are plenty of jokes that I don't make in front of people who can't vouch for my character. Riley, you know me. I say fucked up shit that if you didn't know me and didn't know that, like, I wasn't an awful person who believed in some of the awful things I say in a joking context, that, like, it would sound awful and ruin my reputation.
Your personal and
I just
professional
have,
reputation.
yes, I would lose my reliable income of $1.50 a day from YouTube ad revenue.
Yo, let's go.
By the way, thanks everybody for subscribing to Demi and the Goons. Riely, listen, I created Riley's career and then Riely created my career and we just bounced back off of each other. It was crazy.
Yeah, me and
So,
Demigloom, we made each other's careers, and she can't even do favors such as making a Let's Play show.
yeah, I don't want to put out trash on my fucking YouTube
It's not
channel. It
trash.
literally brings my engagement down, Riely. The numbers on screen go down.
Do you
Me
care about the
sad.
numbers or not? Because I feel like your opinion switches on that every 5 seconds.
For Demi and the Goons, I do care. I do care about the numbers
Why?
because okay, so for every like 100, excuse me, for about every 500,000 views I get on Demi and the Goons, I get like 2,000 views on my main channel, and that's what I really care about. So I care about the engagement on Demi and the Goons because it trickles down onto my main channel and my other
Stop
endeavors.
engaging on the Breaking Bad memes because there's also Let's Plays. And like the Let's Plays get clicks, they get views.
Cope.
That's
Copium.
not cope. There's very different kinds of content. I know all the fucking other videos have 1,000 views. But when you're making a fucking Let's Play show, fucking triple digits ain't bad, or just near triple digits ain't bad.
Mm, okay, but it's not even necessarily about the numbers. It's about the fact that it's really shitty and it actively brings down my engagement. So I'm not going to put out something that A, I don't enjoy making, B, nobody wants to actually watch, and C, is just fucking trash.
You just decided you didn't enjoy making it one day because you had a mental breakdown live on recording, and then you just committed to the idea that it was awful and that it
I
shouldn't
haven't
exist.
I've been like chasing. It's like when you like get high for the first time or drink for the first time. You know, like you get this amazing feeling, and then you just keep on pursuing that same feeling, but you know you're never gonna get it again. That was the gamer game. Like the first couple sessions we did were like fucking awesome, and then afterward it was just kind of like, yeah, this kind of
Yeah, it's not
sucks.
going to be perfect all the time, but you keep at it, and then eventually we'll reach that level of quality
Yeah.
again.
Riley's like, one day this content will be good, so in the meantime, let's just put out fucking dog shit every
It's
week.
not dog shit though. It's
It's
passable.
off.
And you
It's
have
not
to
passable
develop a
content.
passable content in order to develop yourself into better content. You
Okay,
have to
okay.
make things to get to make things better. So we did
I'm
some
not gonna
good
put out.
Gamergate sessions. We did some fucking middle of the road Gamergate sessions. And we just got to keep at it. And eventually the quality will trend higher because we're
The only
used to it.
time
We build more ability to talk. We build more ability to fucking engage with the games as we
But
pick better
Riley,
games.
this show and like Issue Crew and other endeavors like are proof that we know how to talk. It's just that the fucking video game format does not do us any favors.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Just because we had some bad we had some
Okay.
a couple bad Gamergate sessions. You know how many good Gamergate sessions we had? You know how many good Hellscape sessions we've had? It's not. We've done more good than bad in that format.
All right, there's one if like so okay. So what you're saying is not true necessarily. There has been good, okay? This is the extent I am willing to go. Okay?
Uh huh.
I will sit in a fucking VC with you for hours at a time and fucking record it, but I'm not putting out anything that's not entertaining.
That's stupid.
No, not putting out things that aren't entertaining is stupid to you.
Yeah, but
Because
by
you
whose
can't
standard? Because I think the things that you don't think are entertaining. So we're just gonna fucking argue about it, and it's gonna be stupid and pointless, and the show's gonna end anyway, because we're never gonna agree on what's entertaining and what's not.
listen, I just think if we can address like the formulaic circumstances that make those episodes fucking awful and
Okay, I'll
okay,
stop
if we don't
playing
want to say
Pokemon. I'll stop playing Pokemon, okay? You've done it. You've did it.
that's
I'll
not even
stop playing I know that was your mission the whole time. I know that. I know your fucking schemes. I'll stop playing Pokemon.
um it's the thing okay, so the thing is it's this weird combination of talking about the game and having regular conversations and the game just constantly interrupts our normal like like rhetorical flow that normally happens and usually we'll be like having a conversation and all of a sudden oh shit the game's relevant now pause that discussion and it's like oh what were we talking about I don't know it's just like these weird all the game adds is just weird interjections that like are usually just challenges presented by the game or mildly interesting things and it just breaks up our flow of conversation. It fucks with the whole thing.
Well, we got to get better at snapping back to it, because like it is that balance that you have to strike to make a good Let's Play show.
You know what I
It's
think? I
like you
think we need to
can't
go.
completely ignore the game, but you can't focus too hard on it. You got to find the balance.
I honestly would rather, instead of doing like what we do with the Gamergate, I would rather have like play a game where like that was like the main focus of the video and it wasn't just like talking over like random gameplay. I
No,
think that
that's
would make it much
fucking
better.
stupid. No.
Do you not watch fucking Sugar Conroy or Attack of
No.
Toucans?
Not
Like that shit is
anymore. Maybe
good.
when I was a kid, I watched that shit. But now when I watch Let's Plays, I watch fucking Game Grumps and Oni plays because I want the funny. I don't
Because
give a
you're
shit
fucking
about.
because your tiny, dry, like shriveled up brain that is somehow still powering your fucking giant obese body just like can't fathom like a linear conversation. It just has to be just random, constant stimulation and stupid jokes and laughter.
Fun, and I love it. And I think we're very capable of it and have done it before.
And I
And we
don't
just had a
enjoy
couple
it.
bad sessions, and you fucking
Okay, so
blow
you
up the
admit
whole
the last
operation
couple
over a couple
sessions.
bad sessions.
Okay, do you admit that the Buzz Lightyear and Pokemon sessions were both pretty bad, as well as the Wario? Okay, the Wario Land one had its own entertainment value, but would you admit that the Buzz Lightyear
Thing,
sessions as well as the
no, no,
Pokemon
no,
sessions
no.
were pretty shitty?
I genuinely love the Buzz Lightyear session. The Pokemon session, I can admit, maybe we weren't at the top of our game. I don't think the game was necessarily responsible for that.
Oh,
But
the game was 100% responsible for that because you have these like weird emotional reactions to like
no, that
like
I,
random
I
shit that happens within Pokemon.
I can stop doing that. You just have to remind me, and I can fucking snap my brain out of doing that. That's just something I'll have to train myself on, because it is stupid and unnecessary, and I realize that that's the case. We
Okay.
can make a good Pokemon Let's Play. You just got to remind me to not fucking interject in the middle of conversations because I'm a fucking dumbass. And I thought the Buzz Lightyear session was really good. I think you're genuinely like off your rocker about that one. I thought that was a really good session.
It was. Did you go back and rewatch it?
I rewatched the first episode.
Oh God. All right. This is the fucking vote is whether or not we should still do Gamergate.
Ellie
So
has never watched a single episode of Gamergate, so she has no
Whoever, if anybody is listening to this podcast, go and go try to watch an episode of Gamergate, and if you can get through the whole thing and see it as passable entertainment, then Riely fucking wins, and if you can't, then I win.
Yeah, we have to make Ellie watch Gamergate. That's the ultimate test.
It's the try to watch Gamergate challenge.
Let's try to watch the Gamergate challenge. You gotta remind me to link the Gamergate playlist in the description, because Ellie has established that she won't put anything into a search bar. We have to link it for her.
I'm not gonna beg Ellie to watch that, but if anybody who is,
it's not even out of like,
this,
I don't care about having Ellie's view. I need to know her opinion.
Well, I'm not.
Like,
I'm
you're
not
obviously you're not coaxing her to watch it because you want the fucking views. You're coaxing her to watch it because you're genuinely interested in her opinion. And
no,
so
I just want if anybody listening like is interested in this argument.
Yeah, but there's only
having,
one person listening.
That's not true. I don't think that's true. I think there's one person engaging. I think there are other people listening, tuning in every now and then.
Podcast. We aren't even real people. This is all a schizophrenic delusion being had by Ellie.
Yeah, this is true. Anyways, do you want to?
Speaking of Ellie,
yeah, we actually have an Ellie comment.
We have an Ellie comment. So she typed this one real weird. I read it. She did a lot of weird typing shit in this one. I think she always does that, but I just like noticed this time. All right, we're reading it. Here we go. 400 subs. Great job, Riely and friends in parentheses. Also, fuck you. I'll never learn to speak English even once. And thank you both for the praise on my art. I see what you mean about Ultimate Echo Echo's head. I'll try to catch that in the future. And yeah, OMG, that Naruto versus Ben 10 video is rad. Very good video, I rated. That's the video I told you about last week. Did you watch it?
The Ben 10 versus Naruto video?
Yeah.
You're probably not going to believe me, but I did watch that.
Oh, sick. How'd you like it?
I mean, it was cool. I mean, it was like cool animation, but like I'm just like the type of person that's not easily entertained by just like a visual like that, unless it's like something really exceptional. And I didn't find that to be super exceptional, but I'm also not like autistically obsessed with like Ben 10 or Naruto. So I guess you and Ellie have that in common.
Well, no, we're a little autistically obsessed with Ben 10. I think we go in and out of like fucking fits, but I think at the end of the day, we both have an autistic Ben 10 obsession just injected deep into our veins.
I think mine is mainly nostalgia based, if I'm going to be totally honest. I'm not saying that like the appeal of the show for me is nostalgia, because it is a really good show, but I think that if it's like Ben 10 content that I'm not particularly nostalgic for, I don't have like a strong interest in it. Like Alien Force, like when I sat through Alien Force, like I enjoyed it and I was able to, disclaimer, I watched like 3 episodes of Alien Force the other month. I was like able to enjoy it and watch it, but at the end of the day, I didn't really have any like nostalgia for that show. So it wasn't like put on like the same pedestal, nor did I view it like with the same like rose tinted lenses that I could view the original series from.
So it's gonna become an opposite thing once this podcast gets to Alien Force, because I have like literally the opposite. Like my strong nostalgia for Ben 10 is like all contained within like the Alien Force Ultimate Alien era. Like I had some exposure to the original Ben 10, but like I didn't even like it, really.
Yeah,
like I thought the Kid Ben was annoying, and like
he is, admittedly.
I was super into Teen Ben, and that was the show that I cared about. So this has been really good so far on this podcast, but it's like I don't have the rose tinted glasses that I have for like Alien Force and Ultimate Alien. That make me nerd out much harder about those, and Omniverse too now, because it's just a direct continuation of both of those. And I watched like the first 3 seasons, and it was really good.
My hope is that me giving enough of a shit about the original series is like makes this at least a little bit better for you. Not that it's like shitty, but like it helps improve the experience a little bit. And you really caring about Alien Force helps me care for it a little bit more. Because at the end of the day, I'm literally just watching this show to have entertaining conversations with you.
Yeah, I mean that's the bottom line of making a fucking TV watch along podcast, is just to like do the funnies about the TV. and have discussions.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to this Ellie comment. I'll take a smoothie and eat it. I don't know if she meant to type it that way, but that's what she did. It's a Dead Book reference, as she says in parentheses. My favorite show, Dead Book.
What the fuck is Dead Book? Did we make a joke about that or something?
No, she's just calling Death Note something funny.
Dead Book.
Dead Book.
Kill Book.
Kill Book. Okay,
Kill
and then
Journal.
also, I appreciate you both continuing the podcast partly for me. However, if it becomes a sunken cost fallacy, what the fuck does that even mean? And you think that this podcast isn't a good idea, I think you should do what you think is right with the show. However, I do quite enjoy each episode. Well, thank you, Ellie. I
And
think
this is the part where we just guilt trip Ellie into continuing to watch the show by saying that her comments are pretty much like the fucking like the backup energy that's keeping the show alive
I was
past
literally
its
just about to
natural
say that,
conclusion.
like, with this new format, like, I'm not even like bored of Omnitrix Radio anymore. And that's not the right word. Like, it's not even like something I dread anymore. I'm just like, oh, we're just gonna casually talk about these fucking episodes. I don't have to read a wiki and summarize it live. I don't have to listen to Demi epically fail at that and just read a wiki
Yeah.
verbatim.
I'm
We can just talk.
I'm too neurodivergent to fucking pull that off anymore. I'm not what I used to be.
Yeah, with this new format, I'm like ready to go all the way. I'm almost considering, because you don't like my other podcast idea, and neither of us are capable of fucking being creative. Maybe we just go back to doing this weekly. Maybe we take the L on
Yeah.
that Issue Crew spinoff show.
I mean, yeah, I still think the Yes and No podcast is a great idea.
That's the fuck you. Oh, it's just about the name then. Okay.
No, it's not just the name. You wanna talk about things that are cool and lame, and I want to talk about things that are yes and no.
Shut the fuck
Why don't you
up.
want to just briefly describe this argument to the fans, to the
No.
listeners?
We don't need to describe this argument to the fans. They can fucking listen to the Cool and Lame show when it comes out.
No, it's not happening. You should listen to the Yes and No
We're
podcast.
not. That's not happening.
It is whether you're a part of it or not. I'm doing it.
No,
I'll
that's
do it by
so
myself.
dumb.
Solo
That's so
podcast.
fucking stupid.
Demigloom
Why?
Patreon exclusive.
That whole thing is just like it's just to be stupid. It's not
What,
funny.
the
It's
Yes and
just
No
stupid.
podcast?
Yes.
It's hilarious.
It's really funny to make jokes about, but it's not funny to actually make the name of the show and do.
I think it would be really funny, personally.
It'd be really funny for one episode, and then you'd be like, "Oh, this is stupid," and I'd be like, "Yeah, told you."
Well, now that you're saying that, I'm gonna spite you and just make it a whole fucking show. You know I'll do that. You know how spiteful I am.
Yeah, and I know that I'll do the show with you because I'm a
Yeah.
fucking whipped cock. So if it has to be the Yes and No podcast, then I guess it has to be.
The only reason I'm so like insistent about like certain creative decisions that like are seemingly arbitrary is because Riely is such a fucking control freak, trying to like micromanage any show that he fucking touches with his
Oh,
toes.
so you're just doing this out of spite then? You're just making the show have a stupid name out of spite for me, your friend Riley Brooks?
It's not necessarily out of spite. It's more out of
Just
more
cut out that
assertion.
there. Let me do a Craig note.
You want to cut? What do you want to cut out?
My last name. I'm trying not to say that anymore.
Oh. Oh, I'm gonna like make it extra loud and like add reverb. Yeah.
No, just bleep it and then keep this part because it's funny.
Yeah. Okay.
But
No, maybe we shouldn't have discussion about your last name because people are gonna then be inclined to look for it, and you can easily find it.
yeah, I don't give a shit. Whatever.
All right, whatever.
I don't care if Ellie figures my last name out. She's the only one who watches the show, as we established. So.
I don't know. Kiwi Farms might be listening.
Well, they know my last name. I'm still going by it.
Riely. The joke is that Kiwi Farms is no longer an active threat.
Kiwi Farms is back up.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's like been back up for a while.
No, it was back up and then it went back down.
And then it went back up and it stayed that way since.
That's not real.
That is real.
It's kiwifarms.org, right?
It might not be the same URL, and you might have to do some weird shit to get there, but I know it's back up.
What the Spectrum blocked the site?
Spectrum.
I have to download the My Spectrum app to manage my security shield? Holy shit.
Wow.
This is literally 1984.
Damn.
And this is why libertarianism doesn't fucking work, people, okay? When you leave private corporations to deal with social matters, your freedom of speech is gone. It's fucking dead. You're like,
As if you care about free speech.
what are you talking about? I value free speech, like, fundamentally.
Well, a funny way of showing it.
Just because I don't
Bitch.
want people sending George Floyd memes in my Discord server.
Like a 1-year ban, though. Like, you can give the man a second chance.
No, I just have a no tolerance policy.
That's
That was just
gay.
if the dude like has like a genuine reason, I'll consider unbanning him. But like generally speaking, I just want to keep that shit out of there.
Well, just tell him don't do it again. That if he does it again, ban him. Yeah, you gotta give everybody a
he
second
knew
chance.
he knew he wasn't supposed to do that. And honestly, this is another reason why I don't want him back is because it's just the troll behavior. The troll mentality of like, hee, let's piss Demigloom off by sending something I'm not supposed to. It's like, no,
That
fuck you, get out of here.
me,
Listen,
Riely has that.
sometimes it's really funny, but
And I'm
sometimes it's
sure
just
it was really funny this time. And you
no,
were
it wasn't. It
fucking
was stupid.
nah, that was probably really funny.
No, it wasn't really funny.
I have no idea. I wasn't there. Probably pretty funny.
Just anything that makes Demigloom mad is probably really funny.
That is true. Anything that makes Demigloom mad is really funny. That is a fundamental fucking motto I live my life by.
It's true. Riley's like moral compass. Like he will sacrifice all of his morals for the bit, for the joke. And I have a certain amount of respect for that, but it also pisses me
to the
off.
bit.
There's got to be a way to make that rhyme better.
What? How? I wasn't even trying to rhyme. That's just like a phrase people say. How would you make that rhyme better?
You could say like commit to the bit.
Yeah, commit to the bit.
Commit
That is
to the
the
bit
that is
and
the
don't
fucking
throw a
phrase.
fit.
I'm just saying I
Commit
am
to the bit and
committing
don't
to the
throw a
bit.
fit.
Fuck you. Stupid.
I was rubbing your mom's clit.
Ah! Whoa! Oh my god! It's fucking untouched comedy. This woman's a genius, folks. Everybody laugh. Everybody give us a ha 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 ha
Yeah.
ha.
All right. Let's get back to the comment.
Okay. It's crazy how Ben 10 grows up to be Uncle Ben and dies in Peter Parker's arms, just like Grandpa Max did
What?
in the Alliance. What interesting writing. Speaking of Spider-Man, imagine if this whole comment is just like so silly. I read it.
Have you seen that?
I read it at work, and I was just like snickering.
Have you seen that meme where it's like from that like Marvel card game or whatever, and it's like just a card that says it's Uncle Ben, and it's like when this
draw
card is
Spider-Man
removed, draw
from your
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
it's fucking hilarious.
Speaking of Spider-Man, imagine if in Spider-Man Uncle Ben had just died, and just like in the Alliance, Peter is sitting on a bench in the park, and he sees a kid and his uncle playing, and the kid says, "I'm so glad you're alive, Uncle."
All right, Ellie, you officially won the funniest comment award. Funniest comment ever left on any of our videos. That's fucking hilarious.
If that happened, then Spider-Man would be a good character, actually. But what are you trying to say, Ellie? What are you trying to say about Spider-Man? Are we gonna have to fight? Are we gonna have to scrap? Are we gonna have to tussle over the honor of Spider-Man?
I actually think Spider-Man's a pretty good character.
Yeah,
he's not like
epic.
I prefer Batman personally, but I think
No.
like Spider-Man. I think Batman is a more interesting character, but like Spider-Man is very like honorable and just likable. You know what I mean? Whereas Batman, it's like he's a fucking asshole, but like it's interesting social commentary.
Yeah, I don't care about interesting social commentary. I care about interesting characters. I'm a character man, and
okay, well, social commentary can make a character interesting.
I think Spider-Man is generally interesting, and he's good. And fuck you, he's the best. And Batman sucks.
Okay, but could he beat Goku?
Hmm, maybe.
What do you mean? No.
Could Spider-Man beat Goku or could Batman beat Goku? Because I think
Either
it's
one of them.
I don't know if either of them could. No,
I
I
don't think
mean,
either of them could even stand a
we've
chance.
already established that Ash's Squirtle can beat Goku, but
No, I don't think we've established that.
no, that's established lore. That's canon. But I don't know. It's hard. But anyway. Also, I'm sure little Timmy at home really went, wow, I love the hitting women discussion part of the Omnitrix Radio. The woman hitting discussion was my fave. /J/J Lamau. I forgot we had that whole conversation about hitting women because of because of that thing that happened in the Alliance.
If we meet in person, Riley, and do like a live episode of the Issue Crew, you have to like punch me in the face and just like record it and be like Riley punches a woman in the face.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Why?
People will
That'd be
actually get
hilarious.
mad.
But I literally just told you to do that.
Yes, but they'll still get mad at me.
Would people actually get mad if you punched like a trans woman like who has not who's not on any estrogen, has no surgeries, who from a like for all intents and purposes on a physical like on like for all like ethical implications about women's like physical disadvantage does not apply to me. People would actually still get mad about that, you think?
I think so.
That's fucking dumb.
Ellie, do you think it would be okay for me to punch Demigloom? Tell us in the comments.
That was the discussion that Ben 10 needed to establish. They're like, listen, you can only punch trans women.
Yeah, that should have been the moral. They
Heroes
found
don't
out
hit women, and
they
trans
found
women
out
aren't women.
they find out the cyborg chick has a dick, and they're like, oh, okay, we can beat her up.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
fine.
yeah. Ben goes, ew, trans. I'm about to go forearms or some shit.
Oh my god. TBH, I wish Grandpa Max was my dad. I feel like he's such a sweet, kind man, and he's like so wise. IDK, there's a reason he's my fave character, and part of it is daddy issues. LOL.
Okay, but he literally threw ice cream in the garbage.
How dare he? Yeah, that's right.
That was fucked up.
That is fucked up.
How could you throw ice cream in the garbage? I don't know why I find that funny.
Okay, and then there's also, yeah, the meat industry is rough, though meat is so yummy. I could never give up meat. I'm a creature of pleasure. Meat tastes so good, and sweets are too sweet. TBH, if I had a button to destroy the meat industry and make meat illegal, I'd also want it to wipe any memory of eating meat from my brain, or to just disintegrate me, because how can I live without meat? It tastes so good.
Yeah,
IDK.
I
There's
can't.
hold on, no. This next line is important. I've got some additional questions about this next line. IDK, there's a reason I'm a cat girl. I'm a carnivore for real.
What?
/J on the carnivore, so not /J on the cat girl.
I didn't know Ellie was a cat girl.
I have several questions. Just one, really. Why?
You have something against cat girls?
No, it's just I've never. Do
What do
I
you
have
mean?
something against cat girls?
What's wrong with cat girls, Riley?
Well, I guess no. There's nothing actually wrong with them. It's just like I don't understand it.
I mean, you don't understand it. They're
I don't
cat
get it.
girls.
Why are they cat girls?
They're I don't know because people like girls and people like cats, and they're like,
And
yo,
then they put them together.
some
Hey,
some genius.
some fucking scientific mastermind was like, well, now what if?
Hey, hypothetically.
uh,
Now, according to
okay.
my calculations, 80% girl, 20% cat
And then the
is the
line.
perfect. It's the perfect amount of cat to not be bestiality.
Okay, so this last line of the comment is like such a stupid joke, and like I laughed really hard when I saw it, but it's not funny, but it is funny.
What?
Also, this is middle schooler humor, but chicanery sounds like she came in me. That is all. Thank you for the
Wow.
video.
Wow, bro, you got the whole squad laughing.
Look at the whole squad laughing. It got me laughing the first time I saw it. I was not ready for it.
No, that is pretty funny.
Fucking chicanery. It's a funny word in general.
This is chicanery.
Dude, it's so weird that now these Ben 10 Let's Plays are coming out, and it's like there are Ben 10 Let's Plays that like came out that are like I don't believe you recorded a single episode of Protector of Earth after forming Omnitrix Radio. Like I think they're
No.
all from before this podcast.
I think they were
But
before. I think like has the episode where we talked about Omnitrix Radio even come out yet? The one where we were like, what if we did a Ben 10 watch along podcast?
I don't know because I haven't watched all of them back, but
Yeah, they're fucking awful, by the way. Don't watch the Ben 10
no,
Let's Plays.
they're actually good.
Yeah, but there's one problem with them, and I think you know what my problem with them is.
What's your problem with them?
I think you know what they are.
No, I don't.
So the game, right, has music, okay?
Oh, shut
And
the fuck up.
dude, this is literally like audio like 101. This is audio 01. This is before audio 101. This is just common sense that like every human like I don't know like what part of your brain is
The game
missing.
music is too quiet.
The game music
I
is
need-
quiet. You don't have two songs playing at the same time.
But he plays
just
the other
doesn't
song loud
work.
enough that you don't hear the game music. So
You
it
do
doesn't
hear the
even...
game music.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Occasionally between songs you might hear a do 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 do, but it's not obvious during the song.
No, it is. It really is. Like you could hear it. Maybe I'm too much of like an audio engineer, like audiophile, but I could definitely hear it.
You can like fucking sense sound, like even if it's completely inaudible.
No,
if it's
no,
there.
literally, I do have that sense. Like as like somebody who edits audio, like I hear shit that other people don't hear.
Yeah, no, it's not obvious. It's not obvious at
Okay,
all. 'Cause the game
also,
music is so quiet
okay,
that
well, also Riely has like Dollar Tree headphones, so he probably can't hear like a lot of things.
bitch, I got $50 Amazon.
Oh, you got
Amazon
a Turtle Beach
earbuds.
headset.
No, it ain't. I'm not talking about my headset. I'm talking about my fucking Bluetooth earbuds that I listen to shit on my phone with. Bitch.
Okay. W plus asked plus I care.
Thanks. All I needed to hear. All right, Demigloom, you want to tell me a little bit about the episode Small Problem or whatever the fuck it was called?
Yeah.
The funny small episode.
So they made an episode about Riley's penis. And no, yeah, they go on like they're at like a water park.
Pull up the
And
IMDb, you fucking
no, I'm
cunt.
not pulling up the IMDb.
Yes, you are. That's what you do. That's what we do now. You don't have to read wikis. In exchange, you have to pull up IMDb.
I don't know about that. I don't think so. I don't think that's true.
No, that is true. You better be pulling up IMDb right now. You
Okay, well, say hypothetically, I don't pull up IMDb, but I instead
Yeah.
pull up the Ben 10 wiki.
Why would you pull up the Ben 10 wiki? Because it doesn't even have a synopsis.
Oh yeah, that's right. We had the same exact problem last time.
Yes, just use
IM
IMDb. Why don't you want to
IMDb.
use IMDb?
Okay.
What's wrong with IMDb? Why?
I don't know. I just
Why
don't...
avoid using
Okay.
it?
Ben is too short for a ride at a water park, so he uses the Omnitrix to sneak in. An alien enthusiast captures gray matter and wants to announce it to the world, so he contacts the organization, which wants the alien for its own plans. So yeah, basically Ben gets height mogged by Gwen, and that's the episode.
Bro,
is short.
Ben was tall enough. Like his fucking the way that was animated, it was just like his fucking head skin just barely did not make contact with that fucking bar. Ben was tall enough. He was fucking raw.
Yeah. No, any sane person would have let him on.
I think his hair was like going over it. I guess your hair doesn't count, but like to be close enough that his like little tiny hair tuft even clears the line. It's like, yeah, he's fine.
It could have been the angle, in all fairness.
Yeah, it could have been. I think it's just how it was animated. Like I think you're kind of meant to perceive it higher than they actually fucking made it.
Maybe, yeah.
But yeah, this episode was good.
Yeah, it was pretty
It's
good.
really good.
I like this one a lot better than the next one personally.
And this is spoilers. So if you're watching Ben 10 for the first time along with this podcast, why are you doing that? We've made it very clear that we're going to talk about spoilers.
Yeah.
Because they
Um,
don't say the name of this group yet. But this is the episode where we meet the Forever Knights. Yes, those are the
yeah.
Forever Knights.
I remember watching and I was like, wait a minute, have we met them yet? And I was like, oh
No,
yeah, no, we haven't. They're the organization.
yeah, we don't even know what they're called yet. They're just the organization.
We forgot to mention, however, though, that when the alien enthusiast comes like for some reason like goes on top of the fucking water slide and asks the employee, he's like, yo, there's an alien spaceship crashed here, and I wanna do some testing. And he was like, yeah, hold on, let me call somebody who cares. And then
Yeah.
he like just puts he just makes a hand phone and he says, ring, ring. Sorry, nobody answered. Was that the very first don't care, didn't ask?
That might be.
I'm sure nobody has ever told another person that they didn't care before
Next
this
time,
episode.
next time we don't care about something that somebody says on a podcast, we have to like play out this whole like intricate narrative where we're like, hold on, let me call someone who cares. Ring, ring, ring. Sorry, nobody answered.
Yeah, that was a pretty epic roast, not gonna lie. There's also a pretty epic burn. The alien enthusiast was like, he was talking to he roasted the shit out of Gray Matter. He says, "You're the one in the cage, and I'm not." I was like,
Yeah, that was
"Damn,
really
bro.
good.
Damn, bro! Fucking epic rap battles of history."
Yeah, dude, that was a fucking high level diss. That was S class.
Yeah,
That shit is turned fire, straight flames, really.
gas, if you will.
I guess, yeah. We get some tiny boy shenanigans in this episode. Tiny boy shenanigans are always fun.
We do. What the fuck was that like little like tiny little machine that was chasing him around on the apartment floor? Was that like a fucking Roomba?
Yeah, it was a Roomba.
I don't even know those existed at that point.
They might not have, but like it's basically what it was. I think it was like what he's like this. He's like insanely fucking paranoid, and he's like a conspiracy theory man. I think they try to show. So I think those are there to suck up his footprints. There's like a visual, like when we first
Oh,
see
that's
them,
right.
of them
That is
sucking up
right.
his footprints. So that's what their the purpose is to fucking erase all evidence of him from the floor.
Oh boy, I hope nobody figures out that I live in my house.
That would be that would be
That would just be
unideal to the bottom
catastrophic.
line. It would be catastrophic. Yeah.
But yeah, the guy ends up turning around. He becomes the good guy, and in the end of the episode, he quits aliens forever.
He does quit aliens.
For me, that would make me much more inclined
How
to
does he
like.
not how did he not figure out that Ben was gray matter? Like, come on.
Yeah,
That was
well,
too obvious.
I ask myself that question anytime somebody's like, "What? Where did that guy go?"
No, but it's like this time in particular, it's like there's no
He
explanation.
was literally trapped inside like the
He was
same.
trapped inside of a thing and he turned back into Ben and then the little thing that was trapped in there was gone and now there was this 10-year-old boy.
Where did
Like,
you come from?
yeah, well, he's like, where do you come from? He is the alien, dumbass. You fucking dumbass. Even, I think even the Forever Knights start to catch on to that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess not so
I am
necessarily.
the alien.
They just like fucking start investigating them because they're associated with the alien. But that was like a sick moment at the end. That was like the oh shit drop to end the episode.
Yeah. Oh, also, during around the same scene that we were talking about, a familiar tude plays. I don't know if you caught it, Riley.
They go do 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 do.
No, Eye of the Tiger plays.
That's not real.
Yes, it is.
I can't.
Listen,
You can't make me fall for fake
I'm
Eye of the Tigers twice.
no, I'm gonna play the clip. I'm dead serious. This isn't a joke. Like
Okay.
this is actually not a bit. Like I'm not just saying this here. Listen very carefully, okay? Are you ready?
Okay.
Did you hear it?
It's not even real.
It went whir, 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 whir.
No, it didn't.
Yes, listen to it one more time. Okay?
Okay.
Pay very close attention to the notes.
No, it goes hmm.
What? No, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's literally what it is.
Okay, well, it went dun, dun, dun. Okay, so fuck you.
Play
That's
it one more
close enough.
time.
Okay, one more time.
Yeah, it does go duh, duh, duh. That's the one part.
Hold on, but the other part goes dun, dun, dun. It's not the same exact note, but it's the same rhythm and it's close enough. All right.
Yeah, it's duh, 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 duh.
No, it's the dun, dun, dun.
No, it's not.
Okay, Ellie, do you hear dun, 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 or dun, 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 or whatever the fuck Riely said?
It's duh, 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 duh. That's exactly how it goes.
Oh my god, I'm going to play it one more time.
And then
okay?
I'll hear the same thing.
No, I swear to God, you pay actual close attention. Do you promise me that you're not trolling me right now?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I think you're fucking with me, honestly.
I'm not. That's how it sounds.
Okay. We're gonna play it one last final time, okay? You're gonna tell me honestly what you hear, okay? Okay?
Uh-huh. Yes.
Okay.
Laurel.
Fuck
Laurel.
you.
Do you hear? So Ellie, do you
Do you hear Eye of the Tiger in there?
do you hear Eye of the Tiger or Laurel?
I heard Laurel personally.
No, it was Yanny. That's what
No,
it says.
it's Laurel.
Okay. That
Well,
wasn't funny.
it's literally just both. Like that's the fucking
Yeah.
scheme. That's the trick.
I don't know, Riely. The dress looks pretty blue to me.
Oh my god, that fucking dress.
Dude, I swear to God, anybody who thought that dress was fucking white was an attention seeker. They were literally just making that shit up. Listen,
No.
I solved
It was
this
an
years
optical
ago.
illusion, bro.
No, I solved this years ago. This is how you do it, okay? You take the image, right, and you zoom in all the way, like as far as you can, and just see what color it is, and it is undeniably blue. That's it. That's the bit. That's how you fucking figure it out. You zoom it in all the way and see what color it is. And anytime I sent like the zoomed in image, they're like, "Yo, that's fucking blue." Duh. And then like I zoomed it out for them, and then they were like, that's not real." Like, no, you don't understand. It's blue, but it's not blue. Like, shut the fuck up.
Whoa! Whoa!
It's literally blue. You have something wrong. There's something wrong with your eyes if you don't see blue.
And there's something wrong with your ears if you don't hear Laurel.
All right. Do we have anything else
And
to
there's
say
something
about
wrong
this
with your
episode?
ears if you hear Eye of the Tiger in that fucking Ben 10 tune.
No, that was Eye of the Tiger. That's canon. It was literally Eye of the Tiger.
It wasn't.
I cut out the part, but it literally goes rising up back on the street.
No, it doesn't do that.
That's what Ben said. Ben started
I don't
singing
think he said
Eye of the
that.
Tiger after that, and he goes, "Get your black guy."
Catch a bat. Did you say catch a black guy? That's what it sounded like.
That is not what I said. I said catch a bad guy. I mean, what's the difference?
You might have
honestly?
accidentally like said.
And I would have banned myself from my Discord server for saying that.
Yep.
I would like to apologize for my racist remarks. It was just a really funny one-liner.
You see, if this channel went, if this podcast went on Demi and the Goons, you would insist on cutting that out.
No, I wouldn't.
Well, I'm gonna get demonetized. Demigloom.
I wouldn't get demonetized for that. I just made a fucking.
You wouldn't get demonetized for that podcast you made either.
No, I definitely would have. No, I say there's about like a 20% chance that I would lose my partnership over that podcast, and I don't want to take that risk.
The podcast like wasn't even good anyway. Did you download it, by the way?
I did download it.
Okay, good.
In case like I don't know, I don't feel right about just like letting things become lost media entirely, but I definitely don't want to upload it.
Well,
like to
I might
Demi the
upload it.
Goons.
Yeah, I might up. We're not gonna upload it to Demi and the Goons. That's fine.
You could put it on
I've
the
lost
mega
that.
feed.
I'll fight. I'll fight for Gamergate until I die. But I've given up on ISMT being on the Demi the Goons channel.
Okay. Do we have anything else to say about the Eye of the Tiger episode? I mean, like, what do you think of the
The
Forever
Eye of the
Nights?
Tiger episode.
I personally find the Forever Nights to be kind of boring.
I mean, I don't remember a lot about them. Like they weren't prominent in, I guess, whatever era of Alien Force / Ultimate Alien I was really paying attention to. Um, I don't know, man. They had some cool like laser staffs in this episode. We don't really know not much about them or their backstory yet. We just kind of see some guys dressed up like knights, and they're like, "We're gonna do experiments on the alien," and then they don't because they escape.
Yeah, exactly. I think that they're like a really cool, like mysterious villain, and I like how like to my memory, like in the later series, they were more like every now and then it was like, oh shit, I remember those guys. You know what I mean? But they weren't like a main like driving force of any like arc, if you can even call Ben 10 arcs that.
No, there was an Ultimate Alien arc where they're pretty integral.
Uh well, like for me, like Ben 10, I felt like in the original series, and I could be totally misremembering. I remember them being a little bit too frequent. Like there are too many Forever Nights episodes, at least to my
There's
memory.
some like sort of ultimate power that like gets involved in the story and the Forever Knights like want it or have it or something. And then eventually Ben uses it to like fight Vilgax. And that's the arc.
Oh, interesting.
It's like he fights Vilgax without using the Omnitrix. He just uses this fucking weird ass sword.
It's like when we fight Nazis with Soviet weaponry.
Let's go, based. But yeah, this episode, yeah, I like small guy antics. I'm a sucker for small guy antics. This is a classic Ben 10 episode. All the characters check out. Nothing weird. Very good. Extremely good.
Right.
Top notch Ben 10.
And
Essential Ben 10 viewing.
how have we not made how has nobody made a joke? You remember the movie Monster House, right?
I never watched it all the way through, but I am
You
familiar with
you
it.
you know the gif from Monster House, right? The guy
I've
like he like eats the muffin like really quickly, and people will like just like reply with that gif to like an image of like a small thing.
I feel like if you showed it to me, I'd be like, oh, but I don't recall it
He
at
goes,
this
"I won't
current
be
moment.
seeing you later," and then he like just like snatches like some food item out of their hand and just like goes. Okay, I'll find the gif.
I have to do work.
Just describing the joke is never fun. It's no, you don't get it. The joke is that the soy jack is you.
No, sometimes it's ironically funny to explain the
Yeah,
joke.
no, no. It's ironically funny, but like when it's unironic. Here, I sent it. That one.
Okay, I haven't seen it, and this is immediately horrifying. What the fuck?
You haven't seen that gif before?
No.
Somebody like I don't know. They would just like reply that to like an image of a small thing that's clearly not meant to be eaten. It would be like one of those like those images of like those like tiny little anime girls in like teacups or whatever, and someone just replies with like that gif. It's pretty funny. And then, well, originally the meme was that people would just caption it with something. It would be like Lil Peep, Zans, or some shit, just like stupid jokes like that. But
That's
it
retarded.
became funny.
All right, do we have any other particular thoughts about this Ben 10 episode, or can we go to wrap up questions?
I think we can go to wrap up questions.
Or are you just shocked and appalled that I said the R word?
No, I don't. I don't. I
The
don't
like
actually really care.
room grew cold after that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to use that word, but I do not. It's not like I don't think you're like a disgusting ableist scumbag. Like it just means stupid to most
It's like
people.
I don't use it all the time either. Like I do try to be mindful, but every once in a while it kind of slips out because I was just like,
No, it's
I lived life with that being like a funny word to call somebody stupid, and like
yeah,
eventually I learned that wasn't right, and like I do try to curb it, but like it's still in my vocabulary at the end of the day, and sometimes it slips out, and it's
yeah.
bad, and I
I have this.
shouldn't,
I have
but it's
this. I have the
okay.
same exact problem because like throughout my childhood that word just meant really stupid. But then I became uncool and all my friends were like lesbians and autists and I guess I learned all the slurs from the other perspective from the the dark side, the victim side of the slur, and I was like, "Oh, these words are hurtful, but sometimes
Imagine
they're
letting words hurt
sometimes
you.
sometimes they're really funny." So I
There
don't
was a certain adage about some sticks and stones and their relationship to your bones, and your words not having a comparable relationship.
what?
Step. That's a really dumb way to say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's the joke.
Oh, well, it's really easy for, and this is gonna sound super cucked, but like it's really easy for a cisgendered heterosexual Caucasian male to be like, words shouldn't hurt you, bro. Because like you've never had to live life in shame of who you were and be categorized with like such horrible words that like demean you and dehumanize you and make you feel completely fucking worthless because that's how society views you.
Kind of ashamed to
You
be a
just
white
you just
man.
don't understand.
White men
What?
suck. I don't like being a white man. I'm
I
ashamed.
don't think you realize just how awful the experience is for actual marginalized people. I still think like like racial slurs are the most offensive. Like personally, I think the N word is like much worse than like the F slur or the T slur. It has so much more like cultural weight and it's much more dehumanizing.
Silly word.
I understand that,
They're all just
you know what I mean?
words.
I understand that like no fucking combination of syllables is like inherently like like should be like inherently forbidden, but generally speaking, like using words like that in a harmful context just it's just not a good thing to do. And there are people who very understandably have strong emotional reactions to it. So, I want to spare people of that awful feeling, because I know what it's like. Not to the same weight, but being a trans person and a queer person, I understand what it's like to be completely dehumanized by a word and the emotional weight that comes with a word. And I can only imagine how much worse it is for somebody who has to deal with that on the basis of like their ethnicity, something even more like inherent to their, like being.
Why do slurs hit in such a funny way? Just like the words themselves. It's like, why can't I say this? It's so like punchy and good. Like the F
That's and
slur, I love that word. It's just funny.
oh, me too. And I definitely abuse my right to use that word sometimes. But for like it's once like a word becomes like super taboo, like you have this like weird like desire, you know what I mean, to break the status quo.
It's literally the same thing as the R slur, where like I think the F slur in my circles just kind of meant like lame. Like we
Yeah.
never really connected it to being gay. It was just like, yeah, you're an F slur, you're lame.
Yeah. No, me neither. The funny thing, I'm such a fucking zoomer. My exposure to the F slur was the Spoderman meme or
Oh my
Spooderman.
god.
It would be like that shitty text to speech. You'd be like, "You are a faggot." To call everybody faggot, and I was like, "Wouldn't it be really
Wow.
funny to call everybody faggot at school and
And
get
then you
in school
immediately
suspension?"
got in school suspension. Yeah.
I know. I actually called my best friend the F slur once I learned the real F slur and realized why it was funny that the text to speech was mispronouncing it. I actually did call my friend that, and I think my friend was a closeted homosexual and actually got super upset by that. And then my parents made me write like a fucking 9 paragraph essay about gay rights. And then long story short, that was like the
Your
inciting
parents
action.
made you write an essay about gay rights, or your
Yes,
teachers
my
did?
parents did.
I thought 50% of your parents were not fans of such agendas.
Oh well, my mother and my stepmom.
Oh, okay.
I didn't tell my dad.
Your mom and your
Um,
stepmom?
my mom and my stepdad. Sorry.
I was like, whoa, what's going on?
Well, then they definitely would have made me write an essay about gay
Yeah,
rights.
that's for sure.
No, they didn't realize that I was queer, and in all honesty, I didn't realize it either. All I knew is that Link from Wind Waker made me feel a little tingly. But
Should I start doing the same thing with the F slur that I do with the N word? Should I
what?
just make up a new word that's like one letter off?
Um,
Start calling people maggots.
well, that's a thing already. So
Well, no, I'm not saying I made up the word, but
yeah,
just have that as like something I call somebody instead of the F slur.
maybe. But like that
Shut
again, that's a thing that people do.
shut it, maggot.
Maggot is already an insult. You realize this, right? Like it's a
Oh
commonly
yeah, I
used
guess
insult.
maggot is a common. You have to
It's kind of old timey. When I think
frag
of when I think of being called
Put
like a
an R in
maggot,
there.
I think like Vietnam movies and shit, like just like back in the day. But it definitely is an insult.
Baggett.
Why are we having the slur discussion right now? I
I
feel
don't
like
know because it's just kind of what we're talking about.
with slurs, like if you say anything short of like you should literally kill yourself if you've ever let a slur slide between your fucking lips, like you're just canceled if you say anything short of that. So like I don't know. It's a very frustrating topic to follow discourse around because people
It's
are
also,
just fucking brain dead.
I could go without the F slur, honestly. Like, it's kind of funny and it's kind of good. There's something about the soft A N word, and that's why I say wigga all the time to make it a little bit better. It's just like that, the igga sound is just so funny.
The IGA sound.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
just
for
such a
me,
funny sound. Like, I like telling stories and just be like, and then this wigga walks in.
yeah. See, like I agree that it is funny, but it's just that like I know that as a white person who's you know what I mean sorry as a white person who's like grown up around like serious like racism, like using the N word like soft A is like a really like crude mockery of like black people or black lingo, I guess, in a way where like the soft A N word is pretty offensive to hear from a white person for a lot of black people, especially if they can't vouch for your character. It's definitely like an indication of bigotry of some kind, which is obviously a good reason for me to not want to say a word. I just want people to be happy, man. And I don't like saying things that make people upset.
I just want people to not be upset over things like that because it's like,
I
what's the
mean,
point? What's the point of letting that shit bother you? Like, you're just creating problems in your life that
that's
don't need
fucking
to be there.
that's the most
Just don't
that's the
let it
most
bother
brain
you.
dead fucking take I've ever heard
No,
because
it's not. They're
when
just
you live in
words.
a world where
Don't
your
give them
human
power.
when you live in a world where your human rights come into question and there's a certain like rhetoric attached to that the ideology that your human rights are something to be questioned or denied, you can reasonably be upset when you hear that sort of lingo. Like it's just a natural reaction.
It just, but like they just double down. Like it shouldn't be encouraged to like be triggered over that kind of shit. It should be something you should train yourself out of. Because it's like, what's
No,
the point?
it's
What's
pattern
the point of
recognition.
fucking warrioring over it?
It's pattern recognition, Riley. It's because you're painting a certain image of yourself when you use certain rhetoric, and when you say stuff like that, you're painting an image of a person who's objectively not good and to be categorized as a bad person. It's like that's the thing. It's like pattern recognition, which is like the basis of human survival. And I understand it's a little bit silly to compare not being called slurs to literal survival, but it's true. Pattern recognition. You recognize these patterns, and the people who believe this use this kind of rhetoric. So people who use this rhetoric are not necessarily safe people. And I think it's good to encourage people to, you know, not paint that sort of image of themselves. Even if sometimes it's really funny. People can't always vouch for your character. If everybody like on Earth like knew that like Demigloom wasn't racist, I'm sure there would be some funny contexts for me to like use the N word in like a satirical manner. But like at the end of the day, not everybody can. And like I said, pattern recognition. I don't like saying that the same phrase millions of times, but I think I'm kind of
Well, we have to recognize the pattern of you saying pattern recognition.
all right. With that, I think that's a perfect way to transition into the conversation of the next episode,
Side
which
effects. Wait, we didn't do wrap up questions, you insane
oh shit.
person. Yeah, favorite character.
We were like wrap up questions. When should we be allowed to use
Slurs.
slurs?
The best
Def-
wrap up question.
definitely the alien dude, the conspiracy theory guy. He's pretty fucking crazy. I love that kind of character. Super funny.
Yeah, no, he's definitely like funny, crazy. It's very good. I'm a big
And
fan
he
of
turned
killing the
around in the
crazy
end, you
guy.
know?
Yeah, he becomes a good
He said
man.
he was
He's
like aliens are people too. Well,
what a
kinda.
hero. What a hero. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, gay people are people too. Well, kinda.
Yeah, well, kind of.
Kinda. At the end of the day, you know.
Yeah. My favorite scene. Shit. I don't fucking know, man. Uh, fuck.
Well, I know my favorite scene for sure.
Well, you go ahead.
It's the yeah, let me call somebody who cares. Ring ring. Sorry, no answer.
Yeah, no, that is a good meme answer, but
That genuinely that scene made me happier and provided my brain with more dopamine than any other scene in this episode. And I know for a fact as a child, I definitely like repeated that line multiple
okay.
times.
Real quick, this is a side tangent, but I have to ask right now before I forget. So I don't know if this is just a weird, like, false memory or if it's real, and I just like haven't seen an example of it yet as I've gotten back into Ben 10. Does gray matter have the power to like shoot honey or like a substance
What?
similar to honey?
Well, I mean, it depends on how similar to honey we're talking because I think I might have such an ability. You could ask your mother about that one.
Fucking damn
Like honey,
it.
but like whitish, clearish, reddish, right?
It's like it's the same thing as like the Pinky and the Brain live action movie thing, where it's just like a false memory that exists in my
What?
head. But this time I never.
You had a memory of a Pinky and the Brain live action
we
movie? What?
we've discussed this several times before.
Me
That
and
like
you
I've
have several
yes that
times?
I've seen. I like had a dream, I guess, where there was a live action Pinky and the Brain movie trailer,
Oh,
and I just
yeah, you saw the
always thought it was
commercial.
real.
I literally have a VHS tape of it right now, bro.
Yeah, bro, the Pinky and the Brain movie. Can you start making movie OST for live action Pinky and the Brain?
We'll see. Honestly, if you went on like fucking like 4chan's fucking paranormal or like TV board and said something like that, people would probably believe you.
That's really
I mean,
funny.
there are still people who believe like Saki Sanobashi was a real fucking thing and that are
I
like
believe
actively
Saki
searching for it.
Sonobashi is real.
Wha- Why?
Because I want it to be real, so I
Okay,
believe.
well, yeah. I did want it to be real enough to believe it once. But they're like actually making it, right?
Well,
Like,
of course, they're gonna capitalize.
yeah, just like the Breaking Bad DS thing. I think it's
Oh, that
beautiful
is
personally.
becoming real. That is
I think
really
it,
funny.
I personally think it's beautiful when like fake media like becomes real because it's like such like an important part of internet culture that like it already like has enough lore. It's almost like it is a franchise in itself, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Like how like Jeff the Killer became like an actual like established character because of like one fucking like shitty like horror story typed up by like a fucking 12-year-old.
Yeah, and now he's like a known fucking cultural figure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think that sort of thing is cool when like internet media becomes, like the big thing is that it's like it's owned by the community. You know what I mean? Like sure,
Yeah.
like not Black Croc, Demigloom, and the other devs are like responsible for Breaking Bad Nintendo DS, as well as like you and Jason and the people who made the video. But at the end of the day, like Breaking Bad for the Nintendo DS, it belongs to the internet. You know what I mean? What is and isn't in that game is up to the viewer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Except for that one time when a viewer made like a stupid joke and you were like, "No, this isn't canon."
Who, me?
Yeah, the Walking Dead GBA thing.
I didn't say that publicly. I
No,
think
you didn't say that publicly, but
I
like
was
you
just at a
talked
call
about
with
it and
you
you
and
were
I was
like,
just
"This
like
can't be real."
I was like, this is fucking stupid. But like if it's a lovable kind of stupid. You know what I mean? I love how
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah,
stupid.
yeah.
Like the one that, well, I don't know if it was the same guy or just he like saw the same comment, but like someone was like, "Yeah, bro, you had to have the Malcolm in the Middle GBA game inserted to unlock the lowest skin for fucking
Skylar.
for Skylar, the lowest skin for Skylar." And I was just like, "Oh my fucking," like
That
it
one
was
actually makes sense because it checks out
yeah.
time wise. Yeah.
And that comment inspired me to make like the Breaking Bad, or sorry, Malcolm in the Middle GBA soundtrack, which
Well,
is
I mean, there
now
is a real
canon.
alternate ending to Breaking Bad where it was fucking Malcolm in the Middle the whole time. So
Yeah,
that's what you would get if you put Malcolm in the Middle in your GBA slot. I think
yeah.
you get the Hal ending.
Were there cases of you having a GBA game inserted, with the exception of Pokemon trading, because of course that's a fucking thing. But with the exception of that, was there any like case of like inserting a GBA cartridge into a DS while playing a DS game to get like extra content or something?
Believe so. The only example I know is Pokemon, not even just Pokemon trading, but there was like an effect where you could make different Pokemon appear in certain places if you had certain Pokemon games in your GBA slot,
Really?
which was pretty cool.
So that
Um,
that makes all these comments make much more sense then, if that's like an actual mechanic.
yeah, no, they definitely did shit with that, at least in Pokemon and probably in other shit too. I think there was something about a Zelda, but I don't remember what it was. I just like
Hmm.
remember I think I saw it on like a Did You Know Gaming or something to that effect, and I just kind of forgot what it
Did you
was.
know that the American version of
Did
Super
you
Mario
know?
Bros. 2 is actually a ripoff of Doki Doki Panic, which is a Japanese game? And that the actual Super Mario Bros. 2 is what we think, or what we know as Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. I'm
we
not an
do the
RPG guy.
Can we get Demigloom to be the Did You Know Gaming narrator for the Ben 10 video games? Did you know gaming?
Yo, honestly,
Did you know?
make it a petition. Make it a change.org petition.
Unfortunately,
I'm
Did You Know Gaming doesn't even like do that anymore.
They
It's
don't
just
do
like
the
the
guest voices anymore?
no, it's just like the same guy every time, and like now they're kind of like trying to change
Oh,
up their content a little bit to kind of be more about like niche stuff than just like obvious facts.
yeah.
And
Did you know that the
it's a different
Shindu
channel
version of
now.
Mario 64 was only released to Japan, and it actually provided extra voice lines for Princess Peach, and also got rid of the Salonge Bowser line?
That's true. The Shindo version did get rid of that.
Yeah.
I know about the fucking Shindo version.
You do know gaming. You
I
did know
do know
gaming.
gaming. I did know. There's nothing about gaming you can tell me that I don't know. That's not true. I always learn fun little facts when I watch those videos, but it's like half of it I'm like, yeah, I know about this. I know who made
Yeah,
this shit.
everybody
I
fucking
know.
knows about this.
Yeah.
Did you know that Majora's Mask actually uses the same engine as Ocarina of Time, and that its rush development is, or sorry, its similarity to Ocarina of Time can be attributed to its rush development. I'm a
Didn't know
liberal,
that.
Peter.
I'm a liberal, Peter.
I'm doing my Jelly impression. If you guys weren't aware,
My favorite Family Guy character, Jelly.
yes, that was. I laugh my ass off anytime I think about that. Jason was like he was just giving like a fucking like 20-minute rant about why he fucking hates adult animated sitcoms. He's like, there's always some fucking animal companion who's like, I'm a liberal, Peter. And I'm just like, oh my god, it's so fucking true. Like, I love adult animated sitcoms, but everything he said was so true.
I'm a liberal, Peter.
I'm a liberal, Peter.
Now you can. There are a lot of talking animal companions in adult sitcoms, but they're not all liberals. There's a
I'm a liberal, Peter.
nah, bro. Pigeon and Mike Tyson Mysteries. That's the best one.
Well, that's
Voiced
not an
by.
adult animated
vo-
sitcom.
yeah, it is.
Is it a sitcom?
Mike Tyson Mystery. Yes.
I don't think it's a sitcom.
No, it's an episodic comedy show. It is not. There's no
Yeah.
real plot. It's a fucking comedy show.
Yeah, there's a difference between comedy and sitcom. Sitcom is like a specific formula.
Yeah, situational comedy derived from being in situations. I think.
I don't
I
I don't
think
think
Mike
anyone takes that
Tyson
def I don't think they take
fits
that
the spot.
definition literally though. I don't think anybody takes that literally.
No,
I
Mike
think
Tyson is an adult animated sitcom, and Pigeon is great. Have you seen Mike Tyson Mysteries?
no, I haven't watched it.
It's so fucking
I think
good.
the word sitcom implies more about like the structure than like, or sorry, the formula. Like, I think most people would agree that like a sitcom is like based around like a central like set of locations, right? You know what I mean? Like Seinfeld is about like the apartment and the diner and the fucking shoe store or wherever, you know what I mean? Whatever the fuck is going on. Whereas like Family Guy and or Simpsons, they got like the house and the bar. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's like how we define sitcoms these days. Like it's a comedy that takes place in like a set of iconic locations with an iconic cast of characters that all have their own problems and quirks. That's how I would define a sitcom personally.
Sitcoms, good.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, like they're shitty, but like they're a lovable kind of shitty, you know?
How have we still not done the fucking My Name is Earl podcast? We gotta do that.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to fucking rewatch it.
Oh shit.
I've already watched it. I don't know if you know this. I've watched the show twice already.
Hell
It's
yeah.
like start to finish.
Fuck
Almost start to
yes.
finish.
So good.
It is so fucking good.
So I'm
But
so glad to share that glory with someone. That's like
we
my
didn't even
greatest
finish wrap-up
achievement.
questions.
No, we didn't.
What's your favorite scene? I
guess
love Omnitrix Radio now. It's perfect, but it's literally just us talking about random shit for the most part.
that's fine. I feel like we should just do that. Like fuck trying to think of a dumb format. Let's just do like the Riely and Demigloom variety show.
Honestly, we could just do like a topic-based podcast.
No, but like it doesn't even have to be topic based. Just
Well, we could like just do Detour Ahead, but me and you instead of you and Colo.
No, but I like Colo more than I like you.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying like replace me and Detour Ahead. I'm just saying like that should be the format of our show. Just the same, like just do the same show as Detour Ahead, but with me.
Mm.
And I don't take offense to the fact that you like Colo more than me because I like Insight Zoidberg more than you.
Well, everybody likes Inside Zoidberg more than anybody else because Inside Zoidberg is subjectively the most based human being on the planet.
Yeah. And we're not supposed to talk about her, so
What?
she's the goal is to have her completely distanced from like content for now.
Nah, but fuck you. Hashtag acknowledge Inside Zoidberg.
I don't mind like bringing her up, but I don't want to like take it to a level where it would like entice her into like watching or like being a part of this anymore. And I also don't want to like get into like deep discussions about like what she's up to.
No.
Or like to describe that in explicit detail. But yeah, we can acknowledge her. That's not what I actually meant. I didn't mean we shouldn't acknowledge her. Anyways. Did you figure out your favorite scene yet?
No, fuck. I don't know, man.
Just say the same thing as me.
Yeah, fuck it. I guess it's the fucking who cares the Nask scene. It's just like this episode is like an episode to me. Like I can't pin down a scene.
Yeah, no, for sure. Other than that scene, I don't think anything else in isolation was particularly great.
It just like all flowed together and it was fun.
Yeah.
And there was no like real scenes. So yeah, I guess it's that joke, that bit. This episode's a 9 out of 10 for me. Very good Ben 10 episode. Misses the mark of being something extraordinary and being a 10 out of 10. But it's extremely fucking solid, and I like it a lot. And it's one of my favorites so far. But it doesn't quite earn the 10. It's a 9.
I would say the exact same thing. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing. It just, to be a 10 out of 10, it has to have something like super iconic.
There's something right with it. Not just not have anything wrong with it, you know?
No, it has a lot right with it. It's good. It's great.
No, it is great. It's a 9 out of 10.
It was a great episode, right? But like it's not like permanent retirement great.
True.
Because that like just from like start like from concept to
it's not the
each
Alliance
individual
great,
scene.
which is my favorite episode so far.
Yeah, that one was pretty good. But yeah, do we want to talk about the other one?
What do you mean? Of course we do.
Well, I mean like right now.
What do you mean? Of course we do.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, not right now because I have to piss. So after I piss, actually.
Okay. We will be right back with Omnitrix Radio after these messages.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, everybody. Riely doesn't know this, but I'm playing a video game right now, and
You didn't even give me time. Get up and take my headphones off, you bitch.
That's the joke. That was the joke.
I know. This is all staying in, by the way. I keep